What's up, super friends and action takers? Kate Doster here, and in our Facebook group, the Super Friends Secret Lair, we had a fantastic question about how to use Tailwind to promote other people's content. So when you sign up for Tailwind, which is a paid service, although you can get a free month trial at katedoster.com/Tailwind, what you're going to do is you want to make sure you download the Chrome extension, because this is how it makes finding and scheduling your pins lightning fast. So right now I'm just on the Pinterest home feed that it creates for myself, and I could hit the Chrome extension, and I could go out and I could pick pins very, very quickly, as you notice from this front feed, to then of course attach to my boards. However, that's not necessarily the way that I like to do this, because I don't necessarily know if these people are putting out high quality blog posts. Yes, that their pictures are pretty good, but who knows? So a couple things you can look at. Like, I know for a fact that she puts out really great blog posts, so I would have no trouble pinning her stuff without necessarily looking at the article, though you should personally always look at the article. So what I like to do before I go and just pick stuff that appears on my homepage, which Pinterest does do a good job of weeding out content that isn't the best, is I like to personally go over to the group boards that I belong to. The ones that I like the best are the Social Proof Collective, that is led by my BFF, Afton Negrea. And I like this board not only because you can see I share my content on a lot, but because I personally know the people on here, so I know everything that they put out is amazing. So if I decided to go on this little Chrome guy and just like pick, I could know that I'm not directing my followers to garbage posts. And you could go ahead and then you just hit the Go Schedule button. Now, there's a lot of cool hacks. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. There's a lot of cool hacks about Tailwind in particular. One is, say that these were all about the same type. So say that I picked out all of those things were all about Pinterest. I would go ahead and just type in Pinterest, and it would pull up my own Pinterest board, and it will automatically add all of those. Say if I come across one and I don't necessarily know if this person creates good content or not, what you could do is click on it, click on the pin, and then it will open up in the new browser window, so you can go ahead and check to make sure that the person that you're pinning from is having high quality posts. And then when you're done, you can just go ahead and hit the escape key. And then you can just go ahead and hit schedule. And then it'll come up with suggested pins at the end. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I don't. So let's go back over here, and I want to show you a really nifty feature of Tailwind. Now, I always tell people to opt in for the annual membership, which is somewhere between like $120, I think, at the time of this recording, because you can pin unlimitedly for a year. And that's really where it's at, because Pinterest is a community search engine. So you really want to be able to promote other people's stuff without thinking it's taking away from your own personal budget. So what I love about Tailwind, and we can go over here to publish just so you can see what things look like. So let's go over here to our scheduled pins. Say that you notice like things are a little like top heavy, or you've got like a lot of like, oh, I've got a lot of ones going to my Pinterest board, I want to switch it up. You can go ahead and hit shuffle queue, and it'll move stuff around. So that way you're not constantly only pinning to that one board for your followers to see. And as you notice, there's a little check mark, so it is going to shove over in Twitter, which is excellent. The other thing that is a must when you're setting up your Tailwind account is going ahead and setting up your board lists. So what you can do is go ahead and do board list, and like I have a couple of board lists here. So I have a board list, and you can go ahead and change its name, so make sure that you do. So we can call it all group boards, and then no promos. Now what it means by no promos is certain group boards will have the rules where like you can't pin to opt-ins, landing pages, or affiliates, but you can pin your blog post. So I would go through and I would just add all of the ones, just adding randomly here, that fall under that particular category. So then when I am over here in Pinterest, and I want to even pin some of my own pins, which we'll talk about that strategy in a second, I can say, oh, I want to, go ahead and promote my latest one about email marketing trends. And I want to promote it to my group boards. So let me go ahead and do all group boards, and it'll come up no promo. And as you noticed, it added both of those boards. The reason why this is in yellow is because I've pinned that pin to it recently. So that is just a really fast way. So when you are first publishing one of your blog posts, I always recommend that you go over here to Tailwind and that you have a board list that has every single one of your group boards that you can post on that allow blog posts. Again, some just are income reports, some are a little bit different. So let's qualify that and go ahead on that first day and make sure that you're pinning it to every single group board. Now, if you don't want to flood the group boards all at the same time or one after another, you can always use the interval settings. So say that it's your first day on your blog post and you want to make sure that there's at least 40 minutes in between every group board. Now, you have to realize your follower isn't going to see this. Like, I'm a member of 26 group boards, isn't going to see this 26 times, but just in case, you can go ahead and put a little, maybe a day or two. So that is how you can use Tailwind to schedule and share other people's